Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been asked to do a makeup look from this Tartelette In Bloom palette. One of my subscribers called Elaine has treated herself for this for Christmas, and she wanted to do a look from it. So I'm going to use this palette only. I usually mix different colours in, but I'm going to use this on its own, and I think it's the first time I've actually done that. I've got the rest of my face makeup on. Hopefully I won't make a mess under my eyes. Please excuse the marks on my nose. My glasses are pinching. I need to go to the opticians to get sorted, and at the moment I just haven't got the time. Right, I'm going to use Cargo Eye Base. Oh, what's that on there? If you see little bits of hair drop down, I have trimmed my fringe. I've tried to get most of it off, but you know what it's like when you had your fringe trimmed, all these little tiny bits. So I'm just going to put that over. Excuse my eyebrows today, they just will not play. You know, they think the little rhyme they have on here about they're not twins, they're sisters. They're far from being sisters. I think they're distant cousins today. They just, I don't know, just would not go right. I got this one perfect, and then this one went on and it didn't go on properly, so I had to change this one, and now neither of them are as I would like them, but they're on, because I certainly can't go without them. You know, when you don't realise how yeah, I can use that, how your eyebrows frame your face. Right, I've just put that on. I'm going to put shadow called, well, this is a bit shiny, sorry, I'm not blinding you, called Charmer, just to set. It's a matte creamy white sort of colour, just to set this down. There isn't usually too much fallout from these, so I should be okay. Just like that. Oh, what I am going to use is a base. I always put one of these of some sort underneath my shadow. This is the Maybelline Tattoo, and it is the creamy beige. There's loads of them around. MAC do them, other companies do them, cheaper versions, and this is the cheaper version, you know. And I quite like these. It just brings your shadows out, makes them pop a little bit more, and they, you know, you're layering up, and it just makes the shadows last longer, makes the colours, they pop, come out better. I mean, you can just put them straight on to the top of your powdered down high primer. I forgot what I was going to say there. I just take it just into the crease, then just blend it. Oops, too high there. And just blend it out. You have to work quite quickly with these because they do dry down. These are great just to wear as an eyeshadow. Ah, nothing to wipe my finger on, this tissue. You can put them on a brush, oh, I can't talk this morning. You can put them on with a brush if you want. If I do that, I use a brush like that. It's quite stiff bristles. Okay, now I'm going to go into the crease with probably start off with Jet Setter, I think. Or I might start off with Smarty Pants. I'm going to start with Smarty Pants. It's the lighter colour. I thought I had my brushes out there, but I haven't got the one I want. Got a whole pot there, but I've got the ones that are laid out that I thought I needed, and I can't find it now. There we go. It's just a flushy. God, Caroline, it's just a fluffy slanted brush. So we'll start with Smarty Pants, and we'll just go into the crease and then take it up a little. I haven't. Have I zoomed you in? I haven't, have I? There you go. You'll be able to see now. Just take it up. This is a good brush because you can blend a little as you're putting it down. Pleased I went with that one, because it can be the colour that goes up nearly to the top to match with the brow colour when I get that put back on. Yeah, my eyesight has gotten so much worse. I'm like inches, sorry if I'm too close, my nose is about inches from this mirror. I'll move the mirror closer so that I'm not leaning into the camera so much. I think I need a pair of those glasses where you can flip them down. But then I do two eyes at the same time. I don't know, I like to do both eyes at the same time really when I'm doing my makeup, so I know where I am. Because I shall forget to do something. Right, now I'm going to get a fluffy brush, like so. Give that a blend. I didn't look at the time when I started. I can't see that. I don't want this video, I don't want to rush, I don't want this video to be too long. It means I'm only doing my eyes and my lips. Oh, and highlighter. Not keen on this brush. This blush that I'm wearing, I really, I've got my words. They really aren't working for me today. Just going in with a different brush. Same with that Smarty Pants colour again. Just realised I've got a mirror in this thing. That's better. I can see him so much better. There's a mirror in this palette here. Right, I'm going to get a smaller brush, just a little domed brush, and I'm going to go into something dark, and I'm going to use Rebel, just a little bit. Just put that into the crease, right into the crease, just to darken that up a little bit. Just like that. And then using the fluffy brush, just blend it a little. And then going back in a little bit more, because you always blend your colour away a little bit when you're blending. Like that. And always start with your colour, the outer part, and drag that in. Just checking to make sure I'm still in frame there. Need a little bit more on that side. And just blend that up a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to use a little bit of a sparkly shadow on the lid. So I need slightly sparkly. But I'm also starting, this is going to be my first Christmassy look. So I'm also doing that at the same time. So this one is called Firecracker. So I'm going to go for most of the lid up to like the crease area, but not into the crease too much. Like that. I've left that little bit at the front there. So I'm going to put something else in there in a moment. I hate having to cross my arms to work. So I've got this mirror in my hand. But it is so much easier to work with because I can see. Like that, I think. Put a little bit more on this line. Right, I'm going to take the dome brush that I put the darker colour on, and I'm just going to blend the top of that with that brush. And because I want to put a little, I think I need a little bit more I'm not sure. I'm going to clean my brush off from that sparkly bit. And I think just looking over there, could I get a bit of a better look from that mirror? I need a little bit more of that sparkly colour on there. Not quite heavy enough there. Because I've just blended that away, of course, haven't I? At the top there. There. And now on this bare part, I'm going to use a small brush like so, and I think I'm going to go in with this one. Yeah, I'm going to go in with that one. It's quite shiny and it's called Funny Girl. Let me just pull that off. just brightens up the inner corner a little. When I do the bottom part, I will bring it down as well. Just blend that in to the other colour, which was Firecracker. Like that. Now I'm going to do liner, and I'm going to use Dip Down from MAC. I mean, you can use black if you wish, but I just want it slightly softer to look. I do use black, but not too often. I'm just going to do this one first. I mean, this is a dark brown, so it's not going to disappear away to nothing. I mean, you can use a, oops, I've done that wrong. You can use a pencil, which will give you a softer look if you wanted to. Like that. Okay. And then always start in the middle when I'm doing this. I don't know why. Just do. And then join the ends in. And I find it sort of works better for me. And then go into the corner. Like that. And there should be enough product on there to go under my eye, which I will do now while I let the top set, and then I'm going to curl my lashes. So I'm going to join that at the corner and go underneath, and then give that a smudge with my finger. Just one line just to go underneath to add, and then I will use a shadow to go over the top. Right. Switch that along. Gosh, I've got shaky hands today. Haven't had my morning coffee. I'm trying to cut down. Juice. Fresh juice. I had stopped drinking coffee because I was a terrible coffee drinker. I used to have at least 9-10 cups a day, which is totally bad for you. And I had stopped completely. I got it totally out of my system. I was drinking fruit teas all the time, juices, whatever. And I picked up the coffee habit again. And I can't stop again now, so it's not as bad as it was before. I'm having about probably 4, maybe 5 cups a day now again. So it has crept up, but I am trying my best to, I'm going to curl my lashes, trying my best to cut it down or out completely again. Can't even see where I'm putting those. Right, those are cool. I'm going to use let's put something. Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. You can see the mess where I'm working. Got nowhere to put anything. So I'm just putting the primer on first. I need a new one. I need a whole new set. I used 2 mascaras to go with this, and all 3 of them need replacing. Oops, sorry, you couldn't see, could you? I think it was only a moment. I apologise for my hair constantly tied up in all these videos. It needs cutting desperately. Rimmel London Wonderlash, but just at this minute I haven't got the money. I haven't got the money for Christmas. But I mean, the boys are older, and they know they're not going to get so much this year. It's I don't know. You know, he's being an income down, you know, being single doesn't help. It was today is the 2nd of December. This is going to be uploaded today at some point. It was 2 years, 24th of November, since Steve passed. It's getting a little bit easier. Some days, you know. That day was awful, as you can imagine it would be. And the week before was his birthday, or the 16th of November was his birthday. Or would have been his birthday, sorry. Not bursting into floods of tears. Some days I do. Some days I can't talk about him. Some days I can. No, I need to shut up. Change of subject. Max Factor 2000 calories, sorry. Waterproof mascara. Goes over the top because I have still got some watery eyes going on, and especially when I want to cry like I do now. Sorry, you didn't need that or this video. But yeah, I'm really gonna have to get these replaced. Sorry if my lashes look a little bit clumpy. I mean, you can put false lashes on with this if you need, you thought you needed to. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the dark colour in, just along the top, a little bit. This is the, I'm putting in Rebel colour. Just want to darken that down just a fraction. Sorry, you couldn't see what I'm doing. going in there and darkening that up a little. I mean, with this look, if you wanted to make it a bit more smoky around the corner, you could go in with a darker colour. I mean, there are three, no, that one's a black, that's a black. But there are two really dark shadows here. Is this the one I'm using at the moment? Two really dark shadows and the black. You could use to darken the outer V if you wanted to, but just wanted to make this a little bit more, like a little bit of a more of a sparkly look. But it's not too sparkly. I mean, if you wet your brush and use the shadow wet, I don't mean, you know, soaking wet, but it will bring it up, bring the sparkles out a little bit more there. I'm happy with that. Alright, I'm picking up this brush again, and I'm going to use this, it's not the white, I'm not using the white one, this one's called Flower Child, and it's a little bit creamier in colour than the stark white. So I'm just going to pop that on the brow bone, just a little bit. And I usually just use my finger just to blend that out. Like so. And then I am going to use, I need a pencil brush, just a small one. I'm going to use a teeny little brush. Oops, near dropped it. And I'm going to go into Rebel. That's the colour I've been using up there. And I am just going to run that over the colour, over the dip down underneath my eye. Just under there like that. I mean, if you didn't want it quite so dark under there, you could skip the liner that I put down first. Right, I'm going to get my powder brush, which is there. I've got a little bit of fallout there, just a little bit, not very much at all. Just brush that away with my powder brush. And I am then going to go in with my ambient lighting powder from Hourglass. I forgot I had this, totally. This was from a friend, kindly sent it to me. And it is lovely, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to take, I thought I had that brush. There we go. I'm going to take a small fluffy brush. Now that, I think actually the blusher is okay actually now. I have it, all the rest of my makeup on. Just going to take that and run it the top and round the C shape. Remember, not go too close to your fine lines if you have them, which I do. I take a little bit down the centre of my nose, and then I'm going to use my finger and do my Cupid's bow. Right, lipstick, I'll pop my glasses on and drop you down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So number 7 lipstick and a MUA liner called Caramel Nugget. The lipstick is called Cinnamon Spice. So I'm going to outline and fill in Oh, I've got a dry lip. I forgot to put my lip balm on. This pencil is getting smaller. I use this one a lot. It's a really nice pencil. All of MUA pencils are really good. And you get a bonus sharpener in the lid, which is also really good. And then fill in. Oh, it's really showing up my dry lip. And then in with the lipstick. Zoom you back up, and that is the look from the Tartelette In Bloom palette. Sorry for the mirror and the shiny bits on here. I hope it's not blinding you. So that is the palette. It's a really nice palette, and that is the look that I've come up with. And it's a Christmassy look. It's not over the top. I am going out today and I will wear this out. So, you know, you can, oh, I was going to show you. So you can make it the shadow look. Right, I'm going to use a setting spray, or no, actually this is a Hydra primer spray. If you just spray your brush, just shake some of that off, because I think I've got it a little bit too wet. I'm going to go into that colour that I used on my lid, which was Firecracker. I'm just going to pick some of that up, so it's like a paste, and I'm going to put that onto the back of my hand. And if you use it wet, you can see how much more vibrant that colour is. And you can still blend. Get a brush, and you can still blend. That will blend. Blend as much as you want on that. You have to work a little bit quick if you want to blend, because it does dry. Obviously, it is a wet paste, but it will blend. And you can use your finger, obviously, as well. But that is dried now, and that just dries down. Totally dries down, so you can see how much more vibrant that is using it wet, and it doesn't harm your eyeshadow at all. I should let that dry. I mean, it's not too wet in there because I wet the brush. Remember to wet your brush, not your eyeshadow. Right, before I started, I used the Essence Prime and Studio Hydra HD Hydra primer spray. Just hydrates your skin. Concealer. Oh yeah, concealer was the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer for under my eyes. Really like that. It's something horrible and black under my fingernail. Look. And then I used the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder to set that down. I went around the rest of my face with, let me zoom you out. Oops, that was in. Well, you got a good look there. I'll show you again the eyes. There you go. I used the Mineral Skin Finish in Natural, and this is in Medium, to go around the rest of my face. Later on in my video, as we get closer to Christmas, I will be using some foundations So to contour, I use the W7 Honolulu powder. Pardon me. There's that hit pan on there. Have you been watching Second Chance Dresses on TLC? It's a wedding dress programme, and they're calling them second chance dresses, where in fact they're second hand, which I think is a nicer way of saying it. And W7 is sponsoring that programme. The blush I used was from Natural Collection, and it is called Peach Melba. I dropped that a few weeks ago and it smashed completely. Look at the lid was on, but I've mended that. I use the 99.9% alcohol, and I've just mended that a couple of days ago, and it works just fine, as well as it did before I smashed the flipping thing. And that's it. That's what was on the rest of my face. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you like the look, Elaine, and I hope it's something that you would create and actually wear. So there you go. I'll give you another zoomed in look. There you go. Right. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you again soon in another video. So bye bye for now.